Speak Up English, the key to success.
Hey Linda, I've got a big job interview coming up, and I'm feeling a bit nervous about my English speaking skills. Any advice?
Don't worry, John. I've been through plenty of interviews myself. The key to speaking English fluently and confidently is practice and preparation.
That's reassuring to hear. How do you suggest I practice?
Well, one thing you can do is practice answering common interview questions out loud. It helps to record yourself and listen back to identify areas for improvement.
Recording myself sounds like a good idea. I can catch those pesky ums and uhs that slip out when I'm nervous.
Exactly. And don't forget to work on your pronunciation too. Clear communication is key in an interview.
Any tips for improving pronunciation?
Sure. Try practicing tongue twisters or reading aloud from English books or articles. It helps to focus on sounds that are challenging for you.
I'll give that a shot. Do you have any last-minute tips for staying confident during the interview?
Remember to breathe and take your time when answering questions. Confidence comes from knowing your stuff and being yourself.
Thanks, Linda. I feel more prepared already.
You've got this, John. Just go in there and show them what you're made of.
So, Linda, one thing that really helps me is practicing with mock interviews. You know, going through common interview questions and practicing my responses.
That sounds like a great idea, John. I've heard about mock interviews before. Do you do them alone or with someone else?
I do both, actually. Sometimes I record myself answering questions and then review them to see where I can improve. Other times, I practice with friends or family members who can give me feedback.
That's smart. I'll have to try that. What about confidence? How do you stay confident during interviews?
Confidence is key, Linda. One thing that helps me is reminding myself of my strengths and achievements before the interview. It helps boost my confidence and keeps me focused.
That makes sense. I guess it's important to believe in yourself and your abilities.
Exactly. And don't forget to take a deep breath and stay calm during the interview. Sometimes nerves can get the best of us, but staying composed is important.
I'll keep that in mind, John. Thanks for the tips. I feel more prepared already.
No problem, Linda. Just remember, practice makes perfect. The more you practice, the more confident you'll become.
Thanks, John. I'll definitely start practicing more. It was great talking to you.
You too, Linda. Good luck with your interviews. Hey Linda, I've been thinking more about our conversation on speaking confidently in job interviews.
Yeah, John, me too. I've been trying out some of the tips you shared, and they've been really helpful.
That's great to hear. Confidence is such a game changer in interviews. Another thing I find helpful is researching the company and the role beforehand. It helps me tailor my responses to what they're looking for.
That's a good point, John. I'll make sure to do my homework before my next interview. Speaking of which, have you ever had to answer tough questions during an interview?
Definitely, Linda. It happens to everyone. What I've learned is to stay calm and composed. Even if I don't know the answer right away. It's okay to take a moment to think before responding.
I'll keep that in mind. I think staying composed under pressure is something I need to work on.
It takes practice, Linda. But the more you do it, the easier it becomes. And remember, it's okay to be honest if you don't know the answer. Just be open to learning and adapting.
Thanks for the advice, John. I really appreciate it.
Of course, Linda. We're all in this together. And don't forget, the interview is also an opportunity for you to learn more about the company and see if it's the right fit for you.
That's a good perspective, John. It's not just about impressing them, but also making sure it's a good fit for me.
Exactly. Well, I'm sure you'll do great in your next interview, Linda. Just stay positive and keep practicing.
Thanks, John. I'll let you know how it goes.
Looking forward to hearing about it, Linda. Good luck. Hey Linda, how did your interview go?
Hi, John. It went pretty well, actually. I followed your advice and stayed calm and composed throughout the interview.
That's fantastic to hear, Linda. I knew you could do it. Did you find any of the tips we discussed helpful during the interview?
Definitely. Remembering to research the company beforehand helped me tailor my answers to their values and goals. And staying positive and confident made a big difference in how I presented myself.
I'm glad to hear that, Linda. It sounds like you really nailed it. Did they ask you any challenging questions?
Oh yes, they did. But I remembered what you said about taking a moment to think before responding. It helped me give thoughtful answers even to the tough questions.
That's awesome. It's all about being prepared and staying composed under pressure. I'm really proud of you, Linda.
Thank you, John. Your support and advice really made a difference for me. I couldn't have done it without you.
Anytime, Linda. We're a team, right? And hey, if you ever need more practice or have any questions, I'm here to help.
Thanks, John. You're the best.
So are you, Linda. Keep up the great work, and I'm sure you'll land that job in no time.
Thanks, John. I'll keep you posted on how things progress.
Looking forward to it, Linda. Good luck.